Welcome to GameBreakers. My name is Thomas. I am here with Allison, Diamond, and David, and we are continuing A Bard's Tale. This is our D&D 5th edition game. When last we left our intrepid heroes, it's been a couple of weeks. We took the holiday break, and Struana, so the group discovered essentially what had gone down with the murder of Hezrig, the craftsman who has been sponsoring your adventures, and, well, specifically your gear. And it was nefarious. It seemed to be a targeted assassination through Stan's inexplicable contact with the Assassin's Guild. It was unveiled that this was one of the undead assassins under Boronor's command, or at least one that was likely to have done this. And it has raised the attention of the Assassin's Guild, specifically one very large person who gave you the clearly false name of Brother Pink. From there, you were doing some homework and had notified Hezrig's next of kin when Struana began to feel a pull away from the library. It was only a few moments after her bursting into the Mage's Lounge, where Stan and ClickClack were hobnobbing and trying to get some information, that she disappeared completely. Over the communications hearing, she was able to give you a hint that was something about Hezrig's workshop. That was her guess. And then Struana, we will immediately focus the camera back into a dark room that smells like something died in it earlier, and you are impacted. You hear just the briefest sound of wind, and then you are impacted in the chest by something the size of your chest, and you are flung a ways into somewhere soft, and quickly there are feathers around you and a cloth over your face, and then the feeling of sinking into a black hole. And then you wake up. You are surrounded by it. The face immediately over you is Harridan, as you kind of like focus in a little bit. Everything's very fuzzy and hazy. You feel very out of sorts. Welcome back.
What the shit?
We were worried we'd lost you forever. We're all here. Everyone whose prayers might have helped. Of course, Stan and ClickClack, and he points to two kind of shadowy figures. Everything seems backlit and over bright. The filters are off on the camera, and it's very like everybody's kind of shadowy. But you see a small crowd of people gathered past the foot of your bed.
What happened?
Oh, don't worry about that now. We'll get into the details after you're feeling better. We just wanted you to know that we're all here.
The heck? Can I make a perception test?
You can.
Check.
It will be at disadvantage.
Oh, 13. I rolled a natural 20 in there, for the record. But 13.
Except you didn't. Okay. You can squint a little, and some of the images sharpen up. You can see the Stan and ClickClack there. You know, you recognize their silhouettes most clearly. There's a few other figures. As you're looking, you can see let's see, there was Harridan. You would see the Sangrid and Brusk standing there. Also, Chalcedony and some of the folks that you've recently played at, some of the managers in the various, I don't know, bars and theaters and different places that you've played.
So, like, body check. How do I feel? How does my body feel? Like,
barely.
You know,
connected.
when you wake up and you're trying to figure out where your aches are.
You're having trouble figuring out where your elbows are. It's like you're completely discorporated. Like, it's hard. You can tell that your hand is still connected to your body, but even just moving it around feels like you're moving somebody else's hand.
I really, what happened? So, Stan? ClickClack?
Stan steps up, trust me on this a moment, and says, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Don't worry. We're all here. Everybody came, said some prayers. You're fine now. We'll make a plan in the morning.
It was a terrible impression.
That might be true.
I don't... No. I don't like it.
Look, we rescued you, just like we always do. I mean, we had some help. I mean, you can see who else here. And there, it looks like as you look, there's more and more that sort of fill in the gap. Like, the more you squint, you can see there's more people. You know, who else do you think would appear?
I mean, where are we?
You seem to be in your room in the library.
There's a question. How many days has it been?
Just the one, says Harridan. We acted fast.
I want to cast light.
You find yourself incapable of casting. The concentration, even to think of a spell, currently evades you.
Alright, well then I am putting efforts into getting out of the bed.
Okay.
This is going to just be a...
I mean, you can sit up and move around. You're not tied down or anything. But as you try to move, you begin to get nauseous.
What did we get? What? Seriously, what happened?
Struana, you died. We brought you back. Give it time. You've got to settle back in. Look, we all came. We all.
I wasn't even anywhere. What do you mean I died? That's crazy.
Maybe it's better you don't remember that.
That's not. I don't like it.
And as Struana is completely discombobulated and lost into her mind, the camera pans out, and meanwhile, earlier, Stan and ClickClack, you have just seen Struana disappear. What do?
When we had our little brief earring conversation, right?
Brief which conversation?
The earring conversation that
yes.
gave us an indication where she was?
Yes, and then she goes dark.
I stand up on Lovelace, and she elevates herself as much as she can, and I call out to the room in the mage's study, whatever it's called, and say, "Attention, powerful spellcasters! A hero of the city is in trouble. We need to get to this location." And I pull out the map that I drew up when I was working on the crime scene of his neighborhood with the shop circled. I hold up that map and say, "The three of us need to get here as soon as physically possible. Who would like to save a celebrity today?"
There's some a few people pipe up with like, oh, I've got haste prepared. I think I can do an expeditious retreat for you. I speed you up some. I could turn you into a couple of flying creatures. How would that work out for you?
Teleport. Who has teleport?
Everybody looks around for like somebody with rank, and Abris goes, well, I could. I have a device, if that works for you. She is one of my favorite customers. It'll get you to the nearest teleportation pad.
Where would that be?
It's about a block away. Hezrig is primarily located in the city transit hub.
Splendid. Let's do that right now.
Okay. He ushers you back behind the bar. Like, usually I use this for cargo and things, no sense lumping it all the way over the streets. Just stand there.
I'm guessing the three of us stand there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, I get into the circle and immediately mount up, and I have my bow out and loaded.
Okay. He waves his hand and speaks a word, and you're standing on a tile mosaic of a mandala, a very specific mandala. And then the mandala changes, and then so does reality. And you are at one of the library transit hubs. Standing directly in front of you, by the way, is a blood-soaked minotaur who seems to have just come in the same way you just came.
I'm not bleeding, am I? Was this the concept?
No. Dried blood.
So
what do you
this
guys
looks like the murderer. I keep in mind I have scent.
And you, it's not the same blood, and you did get some crazy numbers on your investigation check. Mm-hmm. Definitely not the same horns.
It's a different bloody minotaur.
Right, just another bloody minotaur. Yeah, this is much more dainty,
they all have to have
feminine, I suppose.
One of those feminine bulls.
Well, just the different horn structure on bulls and cows. On cows that have horns.
More delicate bull structure. Ferdinand.
Oh. Something different.
I was thinking.
But I'm not reading this as murder weapon. I'm reading this as a different murder weapon.
No. Definitely not what did Hezrig get.
Deal with it later, and I'm booking it at full crab speed to the shop.
Okay.
And I'm assuming Stan will be right behind me.
Yeah.
You're staring at me, gnome.
So Anna, you see these two people book it past you. One of them is wearing armor that has Hezrig's label, about 2x2 layout of his shop name. What do you do?
I see this. It is unfortunate I am not stealthy. I would like to grab the smaller one, or at least the leg of his crab. Say, who are you? Why are you staring at me, and why are you wearing my friend's armor?
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, I don't know.
Do I need to make a grapple check to grab him?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it would be opposed athletics.
Opposed athletics?
Yep.
Not acrobatics?
To escape a grapple, you can use acrobatics.
That is a 33.
You say a 33?
I did.
Why did I bother rolling?
So in an iron grip,
Ezrig.
you are brought to a halt, or Lovelace is brought to a halt.
You know Hezrig. You are wearing his armor.
Yes.
What has happened to him?
He was murdered.
Can you be more specific?
Not really.
Where are you rushing off to his shop?
Because we believe our friend has been abducted there because we put a target on our backs by investigating his murder.
We don't have time for this. We need to be going.
She's holding on to my crab. I can't not deal with it.
You want me to go ahead? Or?
Yes.
Sorry.
All right, I'm going.
While I'm talking, I'm signaling Stan. I'll
All right.
deal with this, whatever it is.
You don't need my delicate touch in this situation.
No, I'll
right.
handle the diplomacy. Everything will be great.
I will be coming with you.
Okay. Let go.
Let's go.
All right, and you all charge off to the shop. You get there, and it's quiet. You go into the inner workshop, and you see a little figure crumpled in the corner.
And that is?
When you head in to check it out, it is Trapspringer.
Oh, shit. Does he smell alive?
What did you say, Thomas? Cut out.
It is Trapspringer. As you go check it out, you recognize the tiny, broken, battered form of the halfling.
Jesus.
What is going on today? Is he alive?
Give me a medicine check, somebody.
Oh, that was terrible. Yeah. Someone else do a medicine check.
So
You're like checking his knee for a pulse.
Yeah.
Or halfling heart
I got-
somewhere else. What was that one, Stan?
I got 13.
Okay. There is no pulse.
Does he smell dead?
Only just barely. It's still a fresh
Barely
kill if you're going by animal standards.
Going back.
Wait a minute. Don't I have a spell like that? I don't have any cool spells like Bard for that. Maybe I have some.
can I roll a perception, particularly with smell? Just what is attacked the small thing? Is that okay?
Yes.
$20.
Okay. You smell mostly the smells of a craft forge. I mean, there's a lot of very, very wild, strong smells, but underneath it, there's musk of another minotaur.
My ranger pet is trying to track Struana.
Okay. Her trail goes to the wall. And you
Thomas?
see a second interruption like you did the first time, as though a hole had been placed there. Stan, you had? Magic or something?
Stan?
if he has died, like if he's super freshly dead, I can revivify him. Is my medicine check good enough for that to determine if it's just like within the last minute?
You can't tell for sure, but it's certainly not far past if it is.
All right, I guess I'll try it. The longer I think about it, the longer the window.
Debate it 5 minutes.
She has her weapon out and is picking up things and looking at them and putting them down as a little bit of a cover for not knowing what to do next.
Okay.
And being frustrated about it. Building up a good upset about things.
By now it would have sunken in that his shop name and his logo, which is on everything, is your name.
Which has only made me more upset.
So, did the Revivify work?
I will have... So, there's... I do something a touch different with resuscitative type spells. It's the Matt Mercer method. So, go ahead and give me a religion dice roll for the ritual. And if anybody would like to say nice things to coax his soul back...
I don't think you want
Oh, religion? Are you sure? Are you sure it's not insight or intimidation?
You should have some religion.
I have 0 religion skill. I'm one of those people who doesn't read the Bible. That's what, you know. I just follow
You're a paladin.
Yeah.
Do I recognize this small body?
He doesn't need knowledge. He has faith.
Does he have any, markings or anything that would make him obviously a thief?
Oh, he's got, the leather armor and a bunch of tools strapped to him. I mean, he's not so much a thief. He doesn't have any cat burglar type things. How'd your roll go, Stan?
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And I get no bonus. So
indeed. You finish the prayer and send out the call past Vale, and receive no response. Right. New soul, who dis?
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn.
Now he can come back as less of a douche. I'm not even paying attention to any of this, by the way. I'm still trying to, I'm still staring at the wall, angry that it's not a door. And I don't know enough about arcane magic to follow it.
Would I know anything about the wall at all? Wall at all?
You could roll an investigation check.
I mean, you say that, but...
I don't mean you might find anything. I said you could roll.
15.
You have probably seen some kind of portable hole trick in your days. Various shenanigans with portable holes. There's a lot of ways to make that go terribly wrong on a ship.
Absolutely.
That is true. Oh, man.
Right? Yeah. So, in your time as a sea reaver, in your days battling various foes on the seas, you've probably seen a portable hole trick, and it looks like the one had been placed here.
There has been a portable hole here.
Yep.
Well,
where do portable holes go?
Wherever you want them to.
They go to plains. They go to other places, not here. Maybe they go to places here. Sometimes they are just holes, which is bad. Still picking up things and looking at them.
I vaguely recall hunters marking Struana as she started to go away.
Yes,
You
that
did.
is something you did.
Yes. Do I have any blip on that?
You would definitely have picked up the scent of her captor. Like it's clear that something interacted with her right here, and I would let you keep the advantage through that to track them.
Okay.
Because I'm a benevolent GM.
Okay. I'm trying to track them.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm being frustrated and mumbling to myself about why did they kill a Hezrog. It makes no sense.
And Stan, don't forget to mark off any material components for that revivify.
Okay.
Money well spent.
Indeed. So, you are able to follow the trail. Go ahead and give me a couple of survival checks.
At the bottom, I should know that. 23. And way less than 23. 10.
Okay. So you begin to lose the trail. There's only a trail for 10 or 15 foot patches, and then it vanishes and reemerges somewhere. You're kind of finding a direction that they're headed, but there's jumps in between where there is no trail. You've gotten to a point where you've kind of like you've got the direction, but you don't directly have the trail anymore. You've lost the scent. If you want to, if anybody else has any things they can try, or if you'd like to attempt to regain the scent.
Did he walk out?
Well, I imagine he was riding Lovelace at full speed.
Yeah. As fast as we could go while still following this.
Did he leave? That was the question.
Yeah.
So follow him like, where are you going? What are you looking for?
We're tracking the guilty party.
Are they the same ones that killed Hezrog?
Probably.
Dang it. What do they smell like?
What do they smell like? What do they smell like to Lovelace?
Well, there was that one kind of decayed a little bit Minotaur musk, and then there was the one with kind of the feather oil that was a little rancid.
That's still what I'm smelling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a would that be a survival check for me as well, or something else to try and
I would
assess?
call that survival.
He just says undead and feathers.
I got a 16. Oh, great.
Okay. Well, like I said, you caught the scent of the other Minotaur before. You don't really the feathery one seems to be a little more subtle.
I'm not really a tracker, but I'm gonna try and help him track him
Okay.
and look menacing while I'm doing it.
Go ahead, and now that everybody is kind of in the same place and not running, or at least now trotting down the street, a quick physical description of your temp characters, Diamond.
Anna, the swashbuckling minotaur, clearly was in the middle of something and has just got what are drying patches of blood on her. She's not happy about anything right now. She is like, can you imagine a minotaur that is both like sinewy isn't quite the right word, but like it's movable, hard-packed muscle?
Lithe.
Lithe, I guess, but
No.
still heavy because she's still a minotaur. I don't know. But like a little bit beat up. Like there's some scarring patterns.
Like less Hulk ripped and more like Captain America ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More like Ronda Rousey ripped.
But you know, a bull.
Right. One of the Williams sisters just...
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
I haven't figured out what pirate minotaurs wear, so I'm not gonna do clothing.
I believe you're unarmored, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna be stuff that looks cool, but is practical. I don't know.
It's probably not the whole Captain Hook thing.
Mm-mm. Probably not. A little more the Anne Bonny thing, probably.
It's same store.
I don't know. But she's got a presence. You do not want to meet her and be on the wrong side of this. It just says vicious wet on my character sheet, and I don't know what that's supposed to say.
Oh, vicious weapon. Great axe.
Okay,
Ooh.
thank you.
Okay.
You don't want to meet her on the other side of this great axe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically an 8-foot double-ended meat cleaver.
Blended or blended?
Oh, I hadn't really pictured it. I'll let Struana figure out how it's shaped.
That, I mean, I was in my head going with how David was, yeah.
Right, double-bladed.
Yeah.
What double-ended would mean like Darth
Yeah.
Maul?
No, it's
I
not a
wasn't
dual
gonna
weapon.
consider.
It's double-bladed.
It's
Cl-
the
classic
it's not the butcher's cleaver, but it's that same sort of like, oh god, how is that weapon that big? A little bit of why is that weapon that big?
Right. It didn't need to be that big. It's mostly just
It's
for
coming
show.
through that bit.
So, that is Anna, however we pronounce that.
I like Anna. It's easier to say like this.
And you guys have a few minutes of like trotting through town, checking alleys and back alleys, doubling back. If there's any chit chat you'd like to have go on, or if you're all just grim and following the trail.
I can't afford the distraction. I'm on closed circuit contact with Lovelace, tracking a thing. Ranger and Beast are following that trail.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me your tracking rolls. Survival. And you'll have a bonus from Struana helping. Or from Anna helping. It's going to be a minute.
What kind of bonus?
I will add it at the end.
Okay. 2 22s in a row.
Solid. So you pick the trail back up. It begins to veer inward towards an entrance. Basically, the next time you lose it is at an entrance into the sewer.
It's always the sewer.
You are, as you kind of head into the shadows in the archway that leads into the alcove that's the stairway down. There is a figure there.
What's my immediate impression of the figure?
You recognize it. Tall, robed.
That does not narrow it down in the city.
That's true. It's very hard to distinguish from the shadows. It seems like the assassin that you were chatting with earlier.
Ah. I feel like Stan should handle this.
I'm glad you made it.
Thank you.
Time is short. I thought I'd have to hunt you down. Your friend has been captured. I'm sure you know by now.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Let's walk and talk. We have some ground to travel. I heard the commotion through my device that I had given you, and was able to briefly intercept and keep up with them in their flight. So I know where they are. Basically.
Splendid.
Let's head down. Your new friend? he looks over at the much taller of you.
Keep strange company. You trust this thing?
I take my ear away from the coin for 3 whole minutes, and this is all right. If you trust her, I will trust her for now.
We need
just like little bit white knuckled.
All right. Is it a wet path we're walking?
Yes, it has been. I tried. I think I mentioned it last session. I forgot to remind you. It has been. It is the rainy season now. It has been raining a lot, and it's in the process of sprinkling right now. It's not like dumping rain.
That was my way of asking if we're going to be swimming through the sewer.
Hard to tell, unless you're asking Brother Pink, in which case he said there's a good chance we'll have to swim through parts of it.
I get out the oxygen tanks I have for me and Lovelace. I don't want her drinking sewage.
Any other preparations you guys take? Brother Pink is taking you in a very direct path downward.
Do Minotaurs wear boots, or do they have hooves?
They have hooves.
They have hooves.
They have hooves.
They can wear boots over their hooves. They look different than human
there's
boots.
hoof boots.
Then she has pirate hoof boots. Decided. Because wet. And
It's just a leather collar she wears strapped around her ankle.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
And down you go. You pass a familiar section of sewer as you're headed down, and at a certain point, you find yourself above the shaft where Patrick, your your Otiu friend, had taken residence.
Is it still there?
It's going to take a little work to get down the shaft.
Oh, okay. Do we need to go that way?
But I believe so. That will be the quickest way to get to the portion of catacomb.
Yeah, let's do it then.
Mm-hmm. Onward and downward.
So how do you know they're in the catacombs?
I followed them to the entrance, one entrance, I did not think it wise to go into what is likely to be a defended position with multiple assassins.
Yeah.
At least 2. I knew
Yeah,
that you would be along.
All right. Onward.
Good. When we get there, there will certainly be traps. I can keep them from escaping through the shadows. After that, it will be up to you to eliminate them.
Okay. I can eliminate.
I'll volunteer to go
There's-
last if you need someone to hold ropes or anything.
She finally smiled at eliminate them.
Now we're in my wheelhouse.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Like,
Alright, how do you all get down this time?
Is it a ladder?
No, it's a shaft. There's a catwalk over it, and a shaft straight down that narrows into kind of a choke point.
Yeah, we slid down this before, as I recall.
Yeah.
You have roped down it, slid down it, fallen down it in one instance, and climbed up to just barely missing an infestation of black pudding.
I asked the thing, will we be coming back this way? The assassin.
I don't know. It should be safe. As long as we don't pester the Otu.
That's cool, we're friends.
You're what now?
You keep strange friends. I'm gonna...
The Brother Pink just looks at you and like, I know, right?
She's gonna loop rope around... Yeah, no. She's gonna do the sailor thing for a minute and tie an effective knot and start bouncing off the edges and getting down there.
Okay.
I can... Would that be an acrobatics? Or
Yeah.
athletics?
Yeah, do it at pirate style would be acrobatics.
Okay.
Grappling hook, trailer hitch.
Doing it your way will be a Tinker Tools check. And Stan, which way are you doing?
Tying rope.
Okay. Athletics or acrobatics? You're doing just raw strength, hand over hand?
Yeah.
24 and I'm showing off a little.
Just a little.
Yeah, 15.
It's been
Not
too
going
long. What all am I doing for Tinker?
Double your proficiency bonus plus intelligence.
This intelligence. That's what I always get wrong. 28.
Solid.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all showing off a little bit. Except for Stan. He's going just fundamentals.
Which is on brand.
Well, if you'd like to describe your descent, go ahead. If you just want to leave it at showy. You guys reach the bottom. There's another landing. You see Pat down at the bottom. It's spotless in here. The Otu seems fat and happy. There's no construct beating on it. Much better than last time you met. It instantly recognizes you. Hey, you're back!
Hey, Pat. How's it going?
Good to see you. We don't have time to talk.
Oh.
We'll visit some other time.
Just kind of sloshes back down to where it was.
We're on city business, and I keep going.
Yeah, it just claps as you go by. Yay! squishy tentacle.
Love you, man.
I love these guys.
Like, curious and a little disgusted at the same time. Like,
I just go, that's Pat, he's fine.
He's cool.
she just can't. The benefits of a really low intelligence score is she just can't imagine what you did to become friends with an Altog. Well.
Yeah, it is perplexing. Give me a survival test. There are several doors from this pillar, this shaft, that you could go down.
25.
23.
Nice.
I've been rolling 17s all night so far.
Nice.
So I said that, now they're all going to be 2s.
You then you are able to identify a door that looks like it's been used recently, and it's got some non-standard modifications to it. It looks like this is probably the door you're headed toward. It is locked.
Like, is it a padlock?
No, more like a deadbolt with a multiple key mechanism.
Can I just break that down?
That's one way to go. What do you do?
Like, oh, well, I mean, I guess I could try to.
Okay.
David's going to go live for a second. In the meantime, thanks for watching. If you like what we're doing, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And if you want it to get better, so do we. We have a Patreon. Go check it out. All the links are in the doobly-doo. Till then, we'll see you in a moment. Have a good game.